I made $100,000 a month as a senior in college at 22 years old. In today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how you could do it too as a college student, or make like a chill 10K a month from home if you want. So the first step is you have to figure out exactly what to sell. So instead of trying to figure out what to sell by yourself, just pick a type of business owner that you want to message. So example, for me, it was online trainers back in the day. So for you, it could be like business coaches, dating coaches, whatever the hell, just pick one. Then all you want to do is message these business owners on Instagram by just looking them up on the search bar. So example, I just look up online trainers on the search bar on Instagram, and boom, Instagram spits out millions of business owners for me to message. So then all I do is I just pick a business owner in the search bar, and then I just follow them, like and comment on their last 3 posts, and then DM them the word, hey. Super simple, super clean, and then they respond back, hey. And then all you want to do is, instead of having like a service to sell, because I'm sure you're probably wondering like, Renzo, like this is cool, but I'm DMing something without having any type of business yet. That's okay. So then they respond back with hey, and then you figure out their goal and their pain by just simply asking them like, hey, are you working towards anything specific for your business right now? And then for my online trainers, they always say like, oh, I really want more clients and more leads. And I'm like, gotcha. So then I figure out what's the roadblock, what is stopping them from reaching that goal. So I'll be like, I hear you. So what's really slowing you down from getting more clients and getting more leads? And they'd be like, like I really just want more exposure and followers and go viral. So now like, I hear you. So like, should I let you schedule a quick call with me to see if or how I could help you reach that goal by overcoming whatever roadblock that he or she said? And then they'll be like, damn, that's perfect. Like, let's do it. So like, cool. So here's my calendar link. Go ahead and schedule a time, and then just let me know when you're set. And if you don't have a calendar link, it's all good. I know you're beginners. Just suggest 2 times instead. I'll be like, cool. Does today at 6 p.m. Eastern time work, or tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time work? Then they pick a time, and then all you do is you just Instagram audio call them at that specific time. Okay, so instead of you having to get on Zoom, which you have to pay for if it's over 45 minutes, or use your personal phone number if they're an international business owner, then you're not going to be able to call them without spending hundreds of dollars on international fees. Just Instagram audio, because it's all on Wi-Fi, it's all free. And then when you're actually on the call, what you want to do is you just want to have a real human conversation. Don't try to pitch them anything just yet. Just literally just try to figure out like, where are they at in their business. All right, so there's a couple stages I like to say. So you have the rapport stage where you just show that you're human. Just say like, hey, how's it going? What's up? How are you? Where are you from? They'll be like, oh, I'm based in like Canada. I'm like, cool, I'm based in Chicago in the United States. So hey, not the same country, but similar vibes for sure. You want to figure out their pain, like what is the biggest challenge or roadblock in their business? I know we asked this in the DMs, but we want to go even deeper on this call. Then we want to figure out their current situation, where they are right now, their desired situation, where they want to go, and then what's slowing them down. So it goes as follows. So like, let's say the prospect's name is John. I'm like, John, so I'm a little curious, like what is the biggest challenge in your business right now? Or what's not working to the level you know it could be that it should be? All right, so then they're like, like I'm really struggling getting more clients and more leads. Kind of like what I said in the DMs. I'd be like, I hear you. And so in terms of like where you're at right now, so I know you're struggling with getting more clients, so then we have to figure out the current situation. So I'll be like, so I know you're struggling with more clients, so like where are you at in terms of your revenue right now? They're like, I'm only making like $3,000-$4,000 a month right now. Kind of struggling. Like, okay, gotcha. So only 3 to 4K a month. And notice I say only to make it seem like it's not that much. You're at 3 to 4K a month, so where do you want to be? And then they'll be like, I really want to be at like 10, 20K a month. So now that they're at point A, their current situation, they want to be at point B, their desired situation. Now we just have to figure out what's slowing them down in the middle from reaching that goal that they have. So then I'm like, okay, so what's holding you back from reaching that 10 to 20K a month? Like, why are you stuck at 3 to 4K a month right now? To be honest, I don't know how, and I just don't have time. And I'm like, cool. So now we just want to demonstrate that we understood their entire situation, because the number one rule of sales is if a prospect feels like they understand, or if a prospect feels like you understand them better than they can themselves, they automatically conclude you have the answer. So what's the best way to do this to show that we understand them? Just literally repeat back everything that they said so far. Sounds like right now you're struggling with whatever they said for pain. And so right now you're at XYZ dollars per month. You want to be at ABC dollars per month. And what's really slowing you down is whatever problem that they said. Does that all sound about right, or did I miss something? You'd be like, yeah, honestly, that sounds about right. I'm like, cool. Is it cool if I tell you what I do and how I get help? And so if you got in this far in the video, you're probably wondering like, Renzo, I still don't have something to sell. What am I gonna do? So this is where things come into play. Okay, so the more you take these calls, the more you'll be aware of like the common problems and the common desires that your business owners have. if you're a beginner at first, I would honestly just not pitch anything right here. I would just be like, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to my team and get back to you on how we could best help you. And then we could schedule another time from here, and I could give you a customized game plan to help you out. And so boom, now this buys you time so that you could spend like a day or two just ask ChatGPT like their pain, current situation, desired situation, roadblocks, and then you could come up with a service to solve that problem, okay? And so, a little detour here, but once you ask ChatGPT the right service, how do you actually provide the service because you're a beginner? So a couple things, you have the free way and we have the paid way. So the free way, all you have to do is just go to Upwork or go to Fiverr, type up that specific service, and you have hundreds of third world country guys or women, whatever it is, who could provide that same service for cheap, right? You could probably find someone who runs ads for like $500, $700 a month. You could probably find someone to do content creation for like $750 a month. Whatever it is, just find that specific service provider on Upwork or Fiverr. And then now you have someone you can outsource the work to. On these calls, let's say you sell a service for $1,500 a month for ads, all you have to do is just outsource the work to a service provider from Fiverr or Upwork for $750 a month, and you keep the rest of the $750 a month as profit. And so this way you could be a complete ground zero beginner and still make money as soon as today. And so how you do this is, obviously you're a beginner, but when you're outsourcing the work to service providers, you get to use their proof and their testimonials under your name. So now you're no longer a complete ground zero beginner, because now when you're outsourcing the work, you have that person you're outsourcing to, their best clients, their best results, and their best testimonials are yours because they're part of your team. So that's the free way. The other way you could do this is I have a software company called Dropservice.io. It's not the point of this video. I promise I'm not trying to sell you right now, but I'm just giving you an option. Is you could go to Dropservice.io, and all my best contractors and my best team members and my best service providers that allow me to scale to 100K a month are all part of Dropservice.io. So when you sign up for Dropservice.io, right, you can literally get started for $1. That's literally less than McDonald's, bro. But anyways, you can literally sign up for Dropservice.io for $1. And then you get to use my best team members and my best service providers as your own. So now you actually have people you can trust. Because obviously in Fiverr and Upwork, you don't really know who to trust. There's just a bunch of like Indians and Pakistanis and, you know, just a bunch of third world country guys. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. But you could have my best team members as your own that are honestly sometimes cheaper than Fiverr or Upwork. So you actually make more profit and you have a team that you can trust. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. I just thought I'd lay it out there. So now that you have like your service providers, you know exactly what service to sell. Now, when we repeat this process, actually DMing these business owners on Instagram, figuring out their goal, figuring out their pain, and hopping on a call, and then on the call, like I said, we figure out their pain, their current situation, desired situation, roadblocks. Now, when we say like, is it cool if I tell you what I do and how we could help? Now you have a service to sell, because now you ask ChatGPT, and you also have service providers to back you up. So then all we do is we just literally try to give a clear, vague overview of what our service is. So literally just ask ChatGPT to give you a very brief, high-level, vague overview, and then ChatGPT will literally give you a script. And if it sounds too scripted on ChatGPT, just say make it more casual, casually write it. Boom. So now it's gonna sound like you, okay? So then you just literally say the script. If you're on Zoom, just have your script like halfway in. So like you have the script halfway here, and then you have the prospect's face halfway here. Or if you're on the phone call through like Instagram audio, like I said, you can literally just read the script and it's good, okay? So then when you say the script, because it's so vague and it's so high level, the prospect is not gonna buy right away. Full transparency, I'm not gonna lie to you. But if the prospect's actually interested, the prospect's gonna ask you a lot of questions. Okay, so like how does like the ads actually work? Or like, okay, so you're saying you're gonna get this targeting, right? So like how does the targeting work? And so what I want you to do before this call as well is I want you to ChatGPT all the possible questions that a prospect could have based on the high-level overview that ChatGPT gave you, okay? So literally just ask ChatGPT what are the questions that prospects are probably gonna ask, and then ChatGPT will give you all the questions. Then ask ChatGPT to give you all the objection handles, like exactly what to say when those objections happen, okay? So now you have your script pulled in front of you, okay? So you have your script on the left and the prospect face on the right, or you just have the script in front of you on Instagram audio. And then just anytime the prospect just asks you a question like how does the targeting work? Or like, okay, how do I know this is legit? Or do you have the proof? Do you have the case studies? I don't know, like how am I gonna trust you? You have all the objection handles right there in front of you with ChatGPT. So now you just Command F if you're on the MacBook, or just Control F, whatever laptop it is, just use the Find tab, okay? You know what I mean? Just Command F, and then just type the keyword. So if they say it's like too expensive, just type expensive. If they say like I have to think about it, just type think about it. When you Command F, right, ChatGPT is literally gonna give you the exact objection handle already, right? So just Command F, find whatever objection handle you need, and then just say the script. So it's literally like you're an actor, okay? So because they're in audio, they're not seeing you read a script, So then you're just literally just spitting back what ChatGPT said. Like, you know, in like those like TikToks where it's like the guy just reading on a script for like an interview for a job. This is like the same thing, but it's actually cheat code, and it's actually more, and it's actually ethical, because you have the service providers that are legit to do the work. So all you have to do is just say a script and you're good. Okay, so once a prospect like says all these questions, blah, 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 right? Once they don't have any more questions, then what I will say is, I gotcha. So what do you think we should go from here? And then they're gonna say like, okay, I mean, obviously, like, what's the price? And then all you do, you just state the price and shut the fuck up. Okay, I promise you. It's like with the Wolf of Wall Street, you know, it's like whoever speaks first loses. It's the same thing here. So just state the price and shut up. So example for mine, it was, cool. So it's month to month, because I don't want you to make a long-term commitment before you really see the results. And it's only $2,500 a month. Okay, so there's gonna be a long silence, okay? It might be 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I've waited 2 minutes before a prospect said yes. So literally shut up. Do not say a word until the prospect responds. And then once the prospect's like a couple of different variations, the prospect could say yes, no, or an objection. If the prospect says yes, then I'm like, cool. Cool if I send you over the invoice to get started. They'll be like, yes. I send over the invoice through Stripe or PayPal. Just Google or YouTube how to use Stripe or PayPal. It's not that deep. It's really easy. And then you send an invoice on Stripe. They pay you, and then boom, you make money just like that. Now, if they say no, then I'd be like, gotcha. So like, what's really holding you back from getting started? And then they're gonna give you an objection. But guess what? If you ChatGPT'd all the objection handles beforehand, then again, you just Command F, or you just like literally search on your ChatGPT, right, the specific objection handle, and then ChatGPT literally has it right in front of you. So just read the script and handle the objection. And then after you handle the objection, you just be like, does that make sense? They'll be like, makes sense, cool. So what do you think we should go from here? And then it repeats. So it's a yes, no, or an objection handle. Okay, let's say they give you an objection straight up. They're like, oh, like, I'm not really sure. Like, do you have proof? Do you have case studies? So for proof or case studies, just literally show your client, or literally show your service provider's past work. So remember, you're outsourcing the work to a service provider, so they have all the proof and all the testimonials for you. So just literally show them as you're on. Like, yeah, my team has generated over 7 figures for this one client. Like, here's the results. Let me know if you have any questions. You're like, oh, okay, you're actually legit. Gotcha. And so like, what's the timeline? So then just again, look up on ChatGPT, like, oh yeah, the timeline's only gonna be about a week to get started, okay? And so that's all you really need to do. Just use ChatGPT as your best friend. You're literally an actor with the script. And so all you have to do, the skill here is not actually being good at sales, it's just being able to find the answer quickly on ChatGPT and then say it with like decently good tonality. Don't be boring, right? Don't be like a fucking robot, but just talk how I'm talking right now. Just like very smooth, and just like you're talking to like a normal human being. Once you handle all the objections, I wouldn't give up until you handle like 7-10 objections, honestly. Like, that's what I do, okay? If you watch my previous sales videos, you're probably on YouTube, you don't watch me on TikTok or Instagram, but that's besides the point, right? In my previous sales videos back in like 2023, like I was handling like 5-10 objections, and I would still close the deal. So do not give up. Just anytime a prospect tells you no or gives you an objection, just keep handling it. And my motto is they either hang up the phone or they buy. But I'm gonna stay on until I handle this objection. And ChatGPT, because it's so fucking genius, you literally have thousands of objection handles you can provide and say, okay? And so then, once you land the client, guess what? Now you just text your service provider like, hey, I just landed a client, send over the invoice to provide the service for the client. So then the service provider is gonna send you an invoice. So example, client pays me $1,500 a month, then I just pay the service provider $750 a month, and then once I pay that invoice for the service provider, now the service provider is gonna do the work all for me. So now I get the chill, okay? So now I'm making $750 a month profit without having to do any work. And these services, by the way, are month to month. So like ads, content creation, all these different digital services are always monthly because the client relies on you. You're not teaching them how to do it, you're doing it for them. So every month, right, they're gonna need you to do it again, okay? So now these clients are paying you month after month, and so you're just cashing check from your client, and then you're just outsourcing the work every single day. And so guess what? If you're making $750 a month profit, then what do you need to make $10K a month, right? I can't really do the math in front of my head right now. I'm gonna guess, don't quote me on this, probably 4 more clients, okay? So you need 14 clients in this process, right? 14 clients, and the beauty about this is you're not restarting every single month, right? So even if it takes you like 5 months, you're stacking clients left and right? You don't restart from zero because all these payments are monthly, right? So all you need to do, dude, is just keep sending DMs, keep messaging these business owners until you land 14 clients making you $750 a month profit, and you're making $10K a month just chilling. And I did this when I was in college, okay? Think about this. This only takes like 1 to 2 hours a day. All you have to do is just send like 30 DMs and you're chilling, okay? So just send 30 DMs every single day with what I taught you in this video, and you're literally gonna make $10K a month in the next 3, 6, 8 months. And before you tell me like, Renzo, that's a long time. Can I make 10K a month in a month? Dude, just send more DMs, okay? If you want to send 100 DMs and you want to send like 120 DMs, then cool, go ahead and do it. But I'm just thinking as a college student, dude, like I only had an hour or 2 a day. Like I was super busy with classes trying not to fail because I was a dumbass. So if you're a college student, dude, just 30 DMs a day. It's gonna take you 1 to 2 hours a day and you're chilling. If you have more time, if you're unemployed like me now, or if you just have all the time in the world, send more, dude. Just keep sending more. And then eventually, if you just keep sending more DMs, you keep landing clients through this method, then eventually you're gonna have enough clients to make 10K a month profit, right? Passive income, because these services are monthly. And every time a client pays you, you're outsourcing the work and you're having all this passive money coming in as pure profit straight into your bank account. Now, if you want to make 100K a month like me, just do the math. All you have to do is just land more clients and keep stacking them up monthly recurring income until you get to 100K a month like me. And dude, that's really it. Like, you see how simple this is? Like, obviously I know you're gonna have a lot of questions like, Renzo, like what if I'm too young? Like I don't have experience, like doesn't matter where I'm from. So guys, I'm gonna break it down this Thursday exactly live for you on how to do this step by step. I know I went more like a vague high level overview in this video because quite frankly I am getting hot in this hot tub and I am burning. I feel like a dim sum or like a fucking dumpling right now. But if you want me to break it down more live, in depth, and I could actually answer all you guys' questions live for you, I'm hosting a free class this Thursday breaking down exactly how to do this exact business model and how I made $2 million profit just typing messages on my phone. Now you can do it too, or make like a chill 3 to 4K a month from home if you want, or if you're more ambitious, you can make 10K a month or just go to 100K a month like me. So all you have to do is check out the link in my description. It should be the first link. Sign up for the class, and I'll see ya on Thursday. Peace.